Okay, so ready to dive in.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Right. Today we're going to be looking at something uh, a bit different, you know?
Okay.
We always talk about giving back to the community, especially around the holidays. But instead of an article or an interview, we're going to be doing a deep dive on a song.
Interesting. A song.
Yeah, a song. Love's Light Passing On.
Yeah.
It was written for a food bank drive in Canada.
Okay.
But this isn't just like a little jingle about, donating canned goods or whatever.
Right.
This one goes deeper, I think. It's about, how we're all connected and this shared humanity thing.
I see.
The lyrics talk about teenagers and grandmas working together, someone bringing in, like, their mom's mountain stew. There's even a line about crayons telling stories of gratitude.
Wow. Okay. I'm intrigued. What can you tell me about it?
Well, I definitely can't analyze this one alone. I need your help to unpack the layers of meaning in these lyrics. So what do you say?
Yeah. Let's break it down.
Okay, so right away, that first verse paints such a vivid picture, doesn't it? Like you could just feel that early morning chill. You can practically see the volunteers' breath, like little silver ribbons in the air.
Yeah. You can definitely feel that energy building, all those people coming together.
It's more than just setting the scene, though, right? There's that line about boxes filled with hope.
Yeah.
It really makes you think. What drives people to give like that, especially, at the crack of dawn? Is it purely out of, like, altruism? Or is there a sense of duty, maybe even a little self-satisfaction mixed in there? And what about that line, more than enough to share?
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, is there this universal desire to connect, to help each other out?
That's a great point. The song definitely makes you think about the deeper reasons behind giving, the psychology of it all. What's fascinating to me is how it touches on that need for connection, for community.
And you're right, it goes beyond, like, just basic needs.
Yeah.
More than just daily bread, the song says. What jumps out at you when you hear that line?
Well, it makes you consider what other forms of nourishment are being offered at this food bank, right?
Yeah, right.
You see it in the simple act of sharing traditions, like Mrs. Chen with her dumplings, a recipe, passed down through generations, now being shared with complete strangers.
Yeah.
And those children's drawings.
Oh, yeah. Crayons telling stories of gratitude.
It's nourishment for the soul, isn't it? Both for the kids who are expressing themselves and for the people who receive that art. It's about creating a space where everyone feels seen, like they matter.
Exactly. And I love those pre-choruses. There's one about seeds remembering they're never lost.
Yeah.
And another about mycelia spreading underground.
Right. Powerful imagery.
Such a powerful way to show how everything's connected.
It really is. It makes you think about how, like, mycelia, these underground fungal networks, they connect trees and plants, they share resources, they support each other. It's like this hidden support system. And isn't that happening here too at the food bank? You have all these different people from different backgrounds, different walks of life coming together. Their lives are intertwined in ways they may not even realize. Maybe the teenager who's stacking cans next to the grandma finds a mentor. Or that single mom receiving food also finds a community she didn't know she needed.
Right.
It's that sense of belonging that can be so nourishing, so vital.
Absolutely. And then the chorus comes in with that powerful line, we make the season kind.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that puts too much emphasis on, like, what individuals can do? Or do you think it actually shows how we all have a responsibility to build a kind community?
I think it's a little bit of both, honestly.
Yeah.
On one hand, it emphasizes that being kind is an act of choice. It's something we create, we build. But at the same time, it shows how individual acts, like Mrs. Chen with her dumplings, or Jack singing on the forklift, remember that line? It shows how these individual acts contribute to something bigger, a collective kindness. It's not just one person doing something nice, it's the combined effort that really transforms a space and makes people feel welcome and cared for.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And then there's that part about the young mom, the one with eyes bright with tears, as she's saying thank you.
Yeah.
Such a simple line, but it really gets to you, doesn't it?
It does. I think it speaks to the incredible power of gratitude. For the person who is giving, it shows them that their actions have a real impact. But think about it from the perspective of the recipient, in a moment of vulnerability, when you're struggling, to be on the receiving end of that kindness, to be able to express gratitude, it can be so empowering.
That's true.
It reminds us that even when we're down, we're not alone. There are people who care.
And it brings us right back to the title of the song, Love's Light Passing On. It's like gratitude becomes another form of giving.
Right. Exactly. It completes the cycle. And that takes us to that verse about walking paths that mercy gets to choose. It reminds us that everyone has their own story, their own struggles and triumphs.
It's true.
We're all on these different paths, and sometimes they intersect in unexpected ways. It's a call to practice empathy, to realize that what mercy looks like may be different for each person we encounter.
Wow. There's so much packed into this song, isn't there? It's not just about, dropping off a can of beans. It's about understanding like the whole spirit of generosity and how we're all connected. So what would you say is the most important takeaway for our listeners?
I think this song really reminds us that giving is about so much more than just material things. It's about creating those human connections, sharing hope, and recognizing our shared humanity. It's not just a holiday thing. It's something we should strive for year-round. Love's light passing on challenges us to think about how we can embody that spirit in our everyday lives. So I ask you, how can you be a source of light, a source of kindness in your own community? What small acts of generosity can you offer to the people around you? It doesn't have to be grand gestures. Sometimes the smallest acts can have the biggest impact.
Such an important message. Thank you so much for helping us break this all down. That was a truly insightful deep dive.
You're welcome.
And to all our listeners out there, thanks for joining us. Happy holidays. We'll catch you next time.
Through steam of morning coffee, watch them arrive. Before the sun breaks crystal on the drive. Teenagers in beanies, grandmas wrapped in shawls, setting up the tables down the community hall. Their breath like silver ribbons in December air, unpacking hope in boxes more than enough to share. And something stirs beneath the morning frost, like seeds remembering they're never lost. We make the season kind, one moment at a time, like snowflakes weaving light into a quilt of night. Through every open door, through hands that ask no more than just to hold this space, where love leaves not a trace of who gave what to whom. In winter's gentle room, Mrs. Chen brings dumplings for the volunteer crew, while Michael shares his mother's mountain stew. Annie's kids draw pictures for the bags of food, their crayons telling stories of gratitude. The line outside grows longer in the cold, but somehow warmth finds ways to break the mold, like mycelia spreading underground, connecting all without a single sound. Each cardboard box contains more than just daily bread, like light through window panes, more than just being fed. We're passing through our hands the fabric of this land, where every gift flows free, like starlight through the trees, is nothing to the trees. A young mom whispers thank you, eyes bright with tears, while her toddler counts the sparrows playing near. Old Jack, who runs the forklift, starts to sing, his voice like wind through pines, remembering that we're all just moments from each other's shoes, walking paths that mercy gets to choose. We make the season kind, one heartbeat at a time, like roots beneath the snow, know just which way to go. Through every gentle deed, through every soul in need of giving just as much as taking nature's touch, till no one stands alone in winter's warming home. In the end, it's simple as the dawn. We're all just love's light passing on.